Well, hey there, and welcome to the Soul Sister channel on this Sunday, October the 20th. My name is Kat. I've got your astrological spiritual forecast and guidance going from today through Saturday, October the 26th. This week's video is entitled The Grim Reaper. And the reason for that is this week our major energy shift is the sun is moving into Scorpio, and Scorpio is the most intense energy of the zodiac, also my favorite. Well, besides Sagittarius, because I'm Sagittarius, but Scorpio is all about emotions, our intense emotions, our psychic connections. It's all about death. It's all about our sexuality. So let's talk about this energy. It's very important because in the end, we all experience the fear of death. What is death? What is going to happen? How is it going to happen? What's going to happen after? We all have this same fear. And what Scorpio does, if we use the energy correctly, is that we transform our fear of death into our understanding of what death really is, which is really what it really is an end of a cycle. Nothing ever ends, and that's it, end of the story. It's an end of a cycle before our next cycle begins, whatever that is. I would like to say that we go back into our consciousness, but really, we don't really know until we die. And that's part of the problem. We don't know what's on the other side, so it scares us. So, anyway, with Scorpio, the intense attachment to this death idea, the energy wants us to live each moment like it's our last moment on earth, because we do never know when our job is done here and we move on to the next cycle. We don't know. So Scorpio has this intense need to get to the bottom of it, get the bottom to who we are. So lots of introspection, lots of internal work with the Scorpio energy. And also how we fit into our environment. We want to get to the bottom. We want to find the truth. So Scorpios are always looking for the truth. Scorpios are a little suspicious of everyone because they want to get to the bottom of it, this energy. So, of course, this energy of internal work goes really well with it because we get to the bottom of who we are and how we function. Scorpio is all about our emotions, and it's through our emotions that we get in touch with our higher self, with universal communication. It's also our energy of our intuition. So our feelings and our emotions are talking to us all the time. We just need to understand what communications are valid and which ones are coming from our unresolved traumas, which we got to work on last week. I hope that worked well for us. So, understanding that this week as the sun moves into Scorpio, we are going to look at our emotions in a whole new way. We're going to look at them as tools to help us not only understand ourselves, but our purpose. And it will help us understanding the correct use of our emotions, what they're there for, will help us learn to use the emotions as they are meant and learn to be here now, each moment. You've heard of the saying, be here now, be in the present moment. That's all Scorpio. Each moment could be our last. We need to live each moment the fullest that we possibly can. So Scorpio spends a lot of time. This energy spends a lot of internal time. Now, the negative on working internally is that because the Scorpion energy is so emotionally driven, sometimes we get overwhelmed by all of these emotions that we're experiencing, and we can't sort them out, and they get the best of us. And when that happens, we become quite moody and cranky and petty. Those are good signs for us that we are too far into the emotional abyss and we're not using our emotions for what they're meant for. Communication with our higher self, communication with the universe, allowing us to, with Scorpio, there's that psychic energy. So we experience connections with others on a psychic level as well. And that Scorpion energy can feel the emotions of the other that they are connecting with. So the Scorpion energy also can perceive and pick up emotions of others, a little empathic with that. And a negative side of Scorpio is that the Scorpion energy knows your buttons, and that the Scorpion energy knows how to piss you off if it wants to. So I remember a story of my son in school who is a Scorpio, and his teacher in middle school would call me just so upset. What's going on, teacher? And she said, well, he keeps tapping his pencil on the desk. You're calling me about this? But that pressed her button. And he knew exactly what to do to press his teacher's button. So I'm telling you, Scorpios are really good at that Scorpion energy. But what we want to use it for is discovering who we truly are, what our purpose is, and working to balance our emotional life and our intellectual life, not overdosing on either one, but working on a balance of both. We can't be all one or the other because we will be all messed up. So come back, and through our meditations, we can practice getting in touch with the emotional part of ourselves that allows us to connect with our higher self and with the universe. So make sure that we're using our meditations this week or quiet and centering, whatever it takes for us to be quiet and be able to listen to what's trying to be communicated with us. So Scorpio energy, it's a battle. It's a battle between the physical self and the spiritual self, and just trying to find that balance. And the emotions will take over, and we will feel we need something really badly until we get to the bottom of the emotion and find out what it's all about. So death, living each moment like it's our last moment on earth. That is a Scorpion energy. Also, our sexuality. It's a part of who we are. It's a part of this human experience. And Scorpio energy says, accept our sexuality for what it is, not what they out there tell us it should be. It's what it is. We need to accept that about ourselves, and we need to embrace it. Now, if we don't, you know what's going to happen. We repress the sexuality, we repress our sexual needs, and it comes out in other ways. It will come out as projection of the dissatisfaction that we are experiencing of not getting our sexual needs filled. We might go get addictive with it. We might really, sex is everything. and we can't get away from it. We're thinking about it constantly. And that's how that Scorpio energy gets itself in trouble, because then it caves in on itself and it's overwhelmed, and it can't get out of it. It gets a hold of it, and we try to get out, but we have to, when we see this happening, this is our red flag that we've got to quiet and center. We've got to take some breaths. We got to come back. You know, our sexuality is the physical part, but really it's about the deep emotional, psychic connection with the other. That's what we're really looking for. We're not really looking for the physical aspect of it. We're looking for the emotional, psychic connection that it brings. Remember that. So accept our sexuality, whatever it is. Don't let the outer world try to shame us, shun us, or tell us what we're doing is not right. Embrace who we truly are, and we will feel a lot better. So that's a little synopsis of the Scorpion energy. I really didn't do it justice. It's so deep, it's so intense that it takes a lot. And really, to really experience it, you have to quiet and center and just be with it to experience it and understand it and start using it, the emotions, for what they're meant for. Now, this week, now that we finished talking about Scorpio, this week it's all a very, very watery week until Friday and Saturday. So we have the sun moving into Scorpio on Tuesday. But this is a week I want us to really, last week, like I said earlier, we were resolving unresolved emotional traumas. This week, we're going to learn to use our emotions for what they're meant for. So, especially at the beginning of the week, if we have any unique ideas, it's a great time to break out. If we have some kind of entrepreneurial idea, small business deal idea, if we have some unique career ideas, or just any ideas at all, these are important because the veil is thin and we are being communicated with all week long through our emotions, which is also our creativity and imagination. So look at what's coming in. We're going to find that we can work toward whatever this is a business or idea that we have. We're going to be able to be productive and move it forward a little bit. One warning: don't look for the buy-in of anyone else this week. This is a solo gig this week. We're just going to pay very close attention to our creative ideas, to our imagination, and we're going to work with those ideas and take the steps necessary to start manifesting them. They are some great ideas, so don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. If it's not perfect, work with it. But this is the week we learn to use our emotions for what they're meant for, to help us communicate, to help us get guidance, and so all week long. Now, on Friday and Saturday, we don't have any planetary connections. We just have the moon doing its thing. The moon goes through a number of aspects every day, and on Friday, the moon is in Leo, and on Saturday, it moves into Virgo. So we take all this emotional work that we've done all week, and then on Friday, we embrace it, and we feel the confidence that's coming with really working to manifest our dream, our job, our career, whatever it is. We see it happening. We're getting clarity. We're listening to our emotions. Our gut instinct says, do this or go over there. We're listening. We're paying attention. research this, pay attention. And so on Friday, we feel it. We got the confidence. We're ready to take it out on the road. We're so excited. And then on Saturday, we take it and we do some fine tuning. The moon is in Virgo. We're following the steps. We're writing down steps. What process do I need to follow to manifest my dream, etc., etc. Really, really good stuff. But like last week, it's all internal work again this week. And especially with the sun moving into Scorpio, our emotions are going to be intensified. I think I forgot to say that. They're going to be intensified. So we are going to get, if we're having a hard time dealing with our Scorpion energy, we're going to get overwhelmed and moody. So watch out for that. We know what it is if we get cranky and Debbie Potty Pants, Debbie Downer. We know we need to take a time out and get ourselves balanced and realigned again. On Saturday, we do have the moon in Virgo, but we have some connections with the moon and the Scorpio energy. So let's talk about passion. Let's talk about sexuality. If we play our cards right on Saturday, it's going to be quite a passionate date night. And we will be able to express our sexuality, share it with someone else, our partner, and we will feel this connection if we've been doing the work of the whole week of really understand our emotions and how to use them. And when it comes to date night on Saturday, and if we've done our work of the week, our sexual experience on Saturday night will evolve to a whole new level. Now, that's some pretty cool stuff. And those of us who aren't sexually active, we could possibly have some very intense conversations, passionate conversations with our friends and family. It's good stuff. We kind of encourage each other to grow a little bit. So there's a little bit of possible debate, but as long as we remember to honor and be sensitive to the other, it'll be very productive. And we might learn some things that we didn't know before and vice versa. So enjoy Saturday and don't get overwhelmed if the conversation becomes too intense. So that is the week ahead. I'm telling you, it's intense, it's emotional, and we worked with our emotions, and hopefully we can use them this week for what they're meant for and helping guide us to what we need to manifest to create the life we want. And the other thing I want us to remember is every day needs to be lived like it's our last day on earth. Let's get started like we always do by becoming balanced, aligned, and connected with our higher selves by taking our 3 deep cleansing breaths. And then we are going to say our Sun and Scorpio affirmation. Spiritual warrior am I, and from the battle I emerge triumphant. We'll say the affirmation and we'll stay in the space of white light, connected with our higher selves for 5 seconds. Let's take our 3 deep cleansing breaths. Let's take the first one. On this first deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our physical etheric bodies. Second breath. On this second breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our emotional astral bodies. Let's take one more. On this third deep cleansing breath, we release all disease, negativity, and toxicity from our mental bodies, both higher and lower. You see all the darkness, all the negativity, all the toxicity. It's all flowing out of our bodies, just flowing away. In its place, we're being filled with the light, white light, this beautiful white light made up of white light, love, and goodwill. Not only do we see this beautiful energy filling our entire body, all our bodies, but we also see it protecting us. It's deflecting all evil, all low vibration, all negativity back to the source. Now, while we're in the space of white light connected with our higher selves, we are going to say our Sun in Scorpio affirmation. Let's say it together. Spiritual warrior am I, and from the battle I emerge triumphant. Good, good. And I'm telling you, it is. It is a spiritual battle. Scorpio is all about the spiritual battle of balancing emotions with the body, balancing our spirituality with our physicality. It's all about balance. And Scorpio comes in intense. So it's not like it's real kind of black and white, you know? Um, so use our affirmation. We are spiritual warriors. We are trying to become balanced and aligned and connected with our higher selves so that we can fulfill the purpose that we came here to do. And that is what Scorpio is all about. Because if we fulfill our purpose, we will tap into another of Scorpio's energy, and that is transformation. Of course, on the other hand, if we don't do the work of Scorpio, what Scorpion energy likes to do is to tear down anything that doesn't have a strong foundation. So if our beliefs, our faith, our truth don't have a strong foundation, if our purpose doesn't have a strong foundation, if we're not aligned with it, we can expect destruction. We can expect those things that aren't helping us learn and grow to be taken away from us. Scorpio does not play. It does not play. If you're not working to become balanced and aligned, it will help us, sometimes quite intensely. So come see me on Facebook at Soul Sister Cat for my daily inspirational messages and my interesting, quirky, thought-provoking memes. And remember the keynote of the Soul Sister channel, because we need to remember it, especially this week, right? Life is lived from the inside out. Make it a great week. I hope we come up with some amazing, original, unique ideas that we can use to manifest the life we want. Namaste.